Stella snuggled deep in her covers. Her bedroom was dark, but a gentle moonbeam shone through the window. It danced on her pillow.
Come outside, Stella. The moon needs your help.
Stella sat up in bed.
Me? Why me?
The moonbeam shimmered.
You are brave and kind, little one. The moon knows you can help.
Stella took a deep breath. She wanted to be brave. Stella tiptoed to the window. The moonbeam grew brighter, stretching down towards her like a silvery slide.
Don't be afraid, Stella. It's a magical ride to the moon.
Stella took a deep breath and stepped onto the moonbeam. The moonbeam felt soft and cool beneath her feet, like a gentle breeze on a summer night. It shimmered with a silvery glow, casting a magical light all around. Stella held her breath as she glided upwards, the world shrinking below. She could see the continents and oceans, tiny and distant, like a beautiful blue marble. Twinkling stars whizzed past, leaving trails of sparkling dust. They seemed to dance around her, creating a mesmerizing display of light and color. Stella giggled, her fear melting away. It was like flying. She felt free and weightless, as if she could soar forever among the stars. Higher and higher she soared, until the moonbeam gently deposited her on a surface of soft silver dust. The ground felt like powdered sugar beneath her feet. Stella gazed around in wonder. The landscape was vast and serene, with craters and hills bathed in a soft, ethereal light. She was standing on the moon. The earth hung in the sky, a distant blue jewel reminding her of home. It was even more beautiful up close. The surface was covered in fine, silvery dust that sparkled like diamonds. Before her stood a giant, glowing sphere. It pulsed with a gentle light, casting long shadows across the lunar landscape. It was the moon, but it looked different than from Earth. Up here it felt alive, almost as if it had a soul. It seemed sad, its light faint and dim. Stella felt a pang of sorrow, wondering what could have caused such sadness in this beautiful place.
Welcome, Stella. Thank you for coming. We've been waiting for you.
Stella looked around but saw no one.
Who's there?
The deep voice chuckled.
It is I, the moon, little one. I am speaking to you.
Stella gasped. The moon could talk.
Hello, Mr. Moon. Why did you need my help?
The moon sighed, a long, weary sound.
I am fading, little one. My light is dimming because I have run out of stardust.
Stardust? What's that?
The moon explained that stardust was what made him shine so brightly.
Without it, the nights will be dark, and the world will be sad.
Stella's heart went out to the moon. She didn't want the world to be dark and sad.
Don't worry, Mr. Moon. I'll find you some stardust.
The moon smiled, his dim light flickering slightly.
Thank you, Stella. You are a kind soul. To find the stardust, you must travel to the Milky Way Forest. The star sprites who live there can help you.
Stella nodded, determined. She would find the stardust and help the moon shine again. The moon pointed to a shimmering path made of starlight.
Follow this path, Stella. It will lead you to the Milky Way Forest.
Stella stepped onto the shimmering path. It twirled and spiraled through the darkness, a ribbon of light guiding her way. Soon, she found herself in a magical forest bathed in soft silver light. Tall, glowing trees reached towards the sky, their branches adorned with twinkling stars.
This must be the Milky Way Forest.
The air shimmered with magic. Tiny, glowing creatures flitted among the trees, their laughter tinkling like bells.
Hello?
The tiny creatures flew down to greet her, their wings fluttering like 1,000 tiny rainbows.
Welcome, Stella. We are the star sprites. The moon told us you were coming.
Stella explained the moon's need for stardust to shine again. The moon, once a beacon of light, had dimmed, and only the magical stardust could restore its brilliance.
Can you help me find some? Stella asked, her voice filled with hope and determination. She knew the task was daunting, but she believed in the magic of the forest and its inhabitants.
The star sprites nodded, their tiny faces glowing with understanding. They knew the importance of the moon's light and were willing to assist.
We can help, but first, you must solve our riddle. The star sprites' voices were soft but firm, indicating the seriousness of the challenge ahead. For the stardust is hidden, you see, and only a clever mind holds the key. The forest was filled with secrets, and only the wise could uncover them.
The star sprites gathered close, their tiny voices ringing out in unison. They began to chant the riddle, their words echoing through the forest.
I have no voice, yet I can tell a story. The riddle was ancient, passed down through generations of magical creatures. I have no hands, yet I can paint the sky. Stella listened intently, her mind racing to solve the puzzle. I have no life, yet I can make your spirit soar. What am I? The final line of the riddle hung in the air, challenging Stella to think deeply.
Stella closed her eyes and thought hard. She knew the answer was within her reach if she could just connect the clues. She pictured the moon, its light painting the night sky. The moon had always been a source of inspiration and wonder for her. She thought of the stories her parents read her under the moonlight. Those tales had always filled her with joy and imagination. Suddenly, she knew the answer. Her eyes sparkled with excitement as she prepared to reveal her solution to the star sprites.
It's imagination!
The star sprites cheered, their tiny voices like a chorus of bells.
You are right, Stella. You are clever and kind. You deserve the stardust.
The star sprites gathered together, their tiny lights merging into a ball of shimmering dust. They presented it to Stella, their faces beaming.
Here is the stardust, Stella. Use it to help the moon shine again.
Stella thanked the star sprites and hugged them goodbye. She stepped back onto the shimmering path and rode it back to the moon. The moon's light was even dimmer than before. He looked weaker, his voice a tired whisper.
I found it! I found the stardust for you!
The moon's dim light flickered as if in relief. It had been a long time since he had felt such hope. He guided Stella to a crater on his surface, a place where the magic of the stardust could work its wonders.
Sprinkle it here, Stella. This is where the magic will be the strongest.
Stella carefully sprinkled the stardust into the crater, her hands trembling with excitement and anticipation. As soon as it touched the moon's surface, it erupted in a shower of brilliant light. The entire landscape was bathed in a radiant glow. The moon grew brighter and brighter, his light chasing away the shadows that had long haunted the night. He beamed down at Stella, his deep voice filled with gratitude. It was a moment of pure magic and connection.
Thank you, Stella. You have saved me, and you have filled the night with light again. The stars will sing of your bravery.
As a thank you, the moon presented Stella with a necklace. It was a token of his appreciation, a symbol of their bond. It held a single star, glowing brightly just like the stardust. This star would always remind Stella of her incredible journey.
Thank you, Moon. I will cherish this forever.
Stella put on the necklace, her heart filled with joy. It was a perfect fit, and it seemed to hum with a gentle, magical energy. The moon's light bathed her in a warm glow as he gently lowered her back down to earth on a moonbeam. It was like being cradled by the night itself. Stella landed softly in her bedroom, the star necklace warm against her skin. She felt a sense of peace and fulfillment. The first rays of dawn were just peeking through her curtains, signaling the end of her magical night and the start of a new day. Stella ran to her window and gazed up at the sky. The moon was still there, a sliver in the morning light, but it shone with a new brilliance. The moon was a sliver in the morning sky, but it shone brighter than ever. It was a testament to the magic they had created together. Stella smiled, her heart filled with warmth. She knew that this was just the beginning of many more adventures to come. She couldn't wait to tell her family all about her adventure. The excitement bubbled up inside her as she imagined their reactions. She would tell them about the moon, the star sprites, and the magical stardust. Each detail was a treasure she couldn't wait to share. And the magical stardust. It was the key to the entire adventure, the spark that had ignited the night's magic. And she would show them her beautiful star necklace, a reminder of her incredible journey to the moon. It was a story she would carry in her heart forever.